It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick.
They are not ready for us.
He will bring this back. It's a pick. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
first down as Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's second down
at the 28-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up
now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
At the Ravens' 10-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
From 10 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Crosby to kick off for
now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now
even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them. They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Incomplete.
But instead, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though. There's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Smith on the stop.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield. Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We haven't been talking about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
Here we go. Black 30.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete to open things up. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
Complete to James.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. A first down for Conner and then some. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
On the carry.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive. Want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Chris Boswell.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
On the keeper.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
Jackson's
first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Throwing is Jackson. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Ravens 0.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Jackson's
not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. This pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Escaping the... And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Marlon Humphrey on
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Two minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
at the 25-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts.
He's got him in. Complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and a yard.
7 yards there and a 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Vince Williams on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
39-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise, just by how it's gone down. How about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave away. That's a team that should be at worst 1-1 right now. Now looking at 0-2 and have a lot of questions.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Connor, the ball
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Hold them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, it's Connor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there, kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Returning it, Justice Hill. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing now is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore.
From the gun, Jackson on the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The toss right. This is Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.